Hello and welcome to Off Script with myself, Hannah Bowman, and we are deep into the MAFS drama now. So last episode we had 2 more MAFS weddings. We had Chris and Brooke, and wow, doesn't Chris seem like a lovely guy? And we also had Beck and Danny. But before we get to those 2 weddings, I did want to chat a little bit about the fact that now we have a few couples married, we're seeing a bit more of the kind of like honeymoons and stuff and not just the weddings, which is always nice. Although we haven't seen any more of the Bucks and Hens nights, which I don't know if that's just them trying to make sure that Micah and Ankita just stay out of the edit completely. But yes, so with the other couples that we already know, we saw Rachel and Stephen go to Mudgee, which is a beautiful part of the world. If you haven't been before, go. I have family there. It is amazing. But poor Stephen, he's got some bowel issues. So not good to be on your honeymoon and be having those issues. And I am very interested to see what's about to happen with these 2 because the preview really alludes to them not getting on so well. And the other couples that we are seeing on their honeymoons, we saw Alissa and David, and they seem to be having a lovely time in the snow. But I feel like there's a bit of knee karma happening because David refused to get on his knees, and then now he was thrown to his knees by the steam room and injured himself. So I don't know if it's karma, but it did show a different side of Alissa and her background as a nurse, and I thought that was actually a really human moment. So poor David, I hope his knee is okay, but I actually quite enjoyed watching her look after him and them have a bit of a vulnerable moment. Now, the other couple that we kept tabs on was Luke and Mel, and I just don't think these 2 stand a chance. I'm not saying you have to jump into bed together the first night, but if you're proposing putting up a pillow wall, it's not looking good. And the paper, scissors, rock was so offensive to the eyeballs. Who does paper, scissors, rock like this? Sorry, you're meant to do a fist. It was, yeah, that was it. Everything I watch of them is so awkward that I actually don't have words for it. Okay, so let's get to the 2 weddings. Let's first start with Chris and Brooke. And this guy is really setting himself up to be Australia's most hated guy. His skepticism and his inability to go with the flow and the way that he has to have a comeback for literally everything makes him just look like a douchebag. I'm sorry, Chris. I don't know what you're doing here. Did you apply? Were you scouted? Did someone put you up to this? I feel like surely you have the self-awareness to know that if you're pushing back that hard, it's just not going to be a good look. Him being oh yeah, Brooke's hot, but the experts, I don't think they've done a good job. It's come on, mate. Just lean in, get around it. You're on Married at First Sight, for God's sakes. And while we're at it, I don't think you're 6 foot. What is this all about? How many times are we having to mention this? It doesn't matter, babe. It's fine. She's tall. She has beautiful long legs. She's stunning. Just why are we carrying on with a tape measure? Just calm down. It's giving very insecure man. For someone who says, I don't care, you really do seem like you care. So, God, I think it will just be a matter of time to see if he can relax into this and actually give it a proper go and not look like an idiot, or if he's just going to keep putting up walls. I don't know if he thinks he's being funny. I don't know if it's a bit, but yeah, I get with all these things, it is just a time will tell kind of situation. Okay, and then we have Bec and Danny. First of all, it is pretty funny that your friend is a Channing Tatum impersonator, stripper, and obviously in the age demographic that your friends know who he is. So that is quite funny. I do think Bec was really overreacting about the bail me out of jail kind of stuff. He's obviously just having a laugh. She is really gearing up to be one of the characters of the season. So it will just be again, a matter of time till we see what's going on there in terms of her relationships with the whole group. But in terms of the two of them, I mean, the most relatable thing she did was the fake vomit at the thought that he had a cat. I did find that quite funny, although it is a bit intense to be doing that when you've just met someone. And they obviously went off to Fiji for their honeymoon. Bulla, love it. They got the tropical getaway they were looking for. They were intimate and she was loving it. I mean, he looked very sad the next day, which, I mean, I wouldn't be sad if someone called me the Danaconda. I mean, is that not every guy's dream? But yeah, he was kind of saying, I don't think we have any chemistry. But again, it's one of those things that you're on Married at First Sight. You're putting 3 months into this. And if you like each other on the surface level, you just have to keep going with it. And don't sit around and talk about your lack of chemistry on your honeymoon. Sit around and chat and have fun and get to know each other more. You already have that friendship chemistry. So surely they just want to be working on that further and not be too in their heads about are we actually compatible when it comes to being in a relationship and not just a friendship? But I don't know. I was shocked when he went swimming and he is covered in tattoos. I'll say that. I didn't realize that. But yeah, part of me is just is this a British lad having a bit of fun? MAFS Australia is huge in the UK. So all his mates back home will be watching it. But I don't know. And then I'm is she genuine when she's about to be the ringleader of this whole boss babe girls drama? But they get along, so I think there's a chance there for them, but only if they don't get too in their heads about the whole compatibility thing. And is it because they jumped in and slept together this soon? I don't know. But then also on the flip side, we have Chris who's I don't care that she doesn't want to kiss me and is being made to wait for it a little bit. So does that actually make the relationship better because she's dangling the carrot a little bit and being no, just a kiss on the cheek? I don't know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below because MAFS is just one of the shows where I could say whatever I want to say and truly believe it at the time and then in 24 hours feel completely different because the show will just turn on its head. So if you're watching this episode or listening to this episode a few weeks after it's come out, please, grain of salt, etc. But yeah, tune in tomorrow. We'll obviously be talking about the fallout from Stephen and Rachel. I am just dying to know what happens between the two of them. Is it Poogate or is it something else? Right back here tomorrow. We'll chat about it.